retirement, some of us. Because after 40 years, economists, financial planners, they all tell us this is what you're shooting for, right? We do it in IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, a variety of other investments. We're doing something to get that. How close are you? I wasn't there. And what really got me excited about this opportunity, because back to that reality check thing, the older you get, if you're not there, what are you going to do? You might end up just doing that. You're gambling. You're hoping that something will just work out for you. The 40-40-40 rule also says that when you have that nest egg of $1 million, you should only draw 3 to 5%. That's $50,000 a year, okay? What we're going to show you tonight is an opportunity for you to do a whole new program. And it actually is going to be an income replacement opportunity. And our resident doctor came up with this term. And I'm so glad he did, because I love it. It's great. I even looked it up to see if it was a domain name that I could refer to. And somebody else already had it.
Patent pending.
Yeah. Anyway, if you are in this group of people who aren't quite sure how you're going to get there, this is an opportunity for you to grow money, okay? Now, the industry that we're going to talk about is the regulation of energy, but I want you to think about deregulation. Have you ever heard of any industries that were deregulated? Oh, yeah. I told you earlier about the telephone industry, correct? Well, I'm glad that I was a young man when this happened, because, you know, I'm still a young man. But when they deregulated the airline industry, I completely was oblivious to that deregulation, because I didn't know it even happened. The only thing I knew was that I could fly more. It made the prices of airline travel cheaper for me. And I started using it. But you know what they made me? A consumer. Most deregulation events are still designed to make you a consumer. These are some facts about the deregulation of the airline industry. You can read for yourself. The one I told you that excited me, that I was upset that I missed, was this one. Because a little company right here out of the Dallas area called Excel took this whole industry, changed the way people were doing things, and they're the ones that made 6,000 millionaires over the course of their activity in this industry. And like I said, I had a friend who was one of them. I mean, it blew me away when I actually saw his check. I'll never forget it. It was $94,786. A month! He used to tell me, you know what, Rob? I love it when they open up a new area code, because I just hear cha-ching. What are you talking about? Well, anyway. Listen, anybody know this name over here? Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
You know what? That guy is like the modern day E.F. Hutton, because everybody is listening to what he's saying is important with the economy. Wherever Warren Buffett is involved in, you better find a way to get involved in it too. And out of his own mouth, he said that the regulation of energy will be the greatest transfer of wealth in U.S. history. The greatest transfer of wealth. Another gentleman who a lot of us know personally, Ephraim McDaniel, he said that decide now if you'd rather be just a customer of energy regulation or a well-compensated participant. Now, you got to make that decision. By default, you're going to be a customer. You live in America and you lose electricity, by default, you're a customer. Like I said, deregulation is designed to make you a consumer. Energy is the perfect service. Why? Because it's habitually used and unconsciously purchased. You don't even think about it. You're going to pay your electric bill this month? Sure you are. Why? You'll be in the dark if you don't. Right. You don't have to train people to use electricity. There's no buying habits to change. It's a physical service, remains the same. Basically, what it does for you, it doesn't matter what name is attached to it, it's going to do the same thing for you every time you flip that switch. Someone is going to profit by enrolling people you know, and it might as well be who?
Me.
That's right. Yeah, last time I did this, everybody said you. But if you say you, it will be me. Okay? You'll catch that later. You say you, it will be me. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about the electric industry. It's a $1.2 trillion industry annually in the United States alone. It's 6 trillion, more than 6 trillion in the world. That's our name, Enfiniti Global. There are more people using electricity in the world than just in the United States. And when you can supply energy here, you can supply energy anywhere. It's just a matter of technology. Millions and millions of potential customers, everyone uses energy, but this is the thing that you really have to grab a hold to, because has anybody heard of the green energy movement? Yes. More and more companies, more and more individuals are trying to align themselves with this thing called Go Green. Where are you? Okay, let me tell you a little bit about our company. Enfiniti Global is the marketing arm for Entrust Energy. Entrust Energy is the actual electric company that we work with. Entrust Energy is based in Houston, Texas. It was founded in 2010. It currently has over 100,000 electricity customers. But a unique feature of this company is it's able to market its products and services in 49 states. Now you check that. Most electric companies don't do that. We're kind of in the top of the elite that can do that. We have stellar ownership and management team. This group of men, and it's amazing how they've come together and actually created what they've created. But it seems like to me, the reason why I am talking to you tonight is because it seems like to me that they've taken all the bad and the ugly, and somehow, some way, they've moved that to the side and they figured a way to present energy deregulation in a way that's going to benefit me. Now let me tell you something right now. There are a lot of companies out there selling electricity. Some of you may even have been involved or know of other companies that are doing that. But remember, deregulation does what? Makes consumers. Some companies give people an opportunity to become sellers of electricity. But you know who makes the most money? Oh, listen to me though. The people who make the most money are the ones who position themselves to be producers. Wow. See, most of us don't think about being a producer of the commodity. But when you become part of this green energy movement, the whole ball of wax is, I'm about to help the world be cleaner, and I'm going to be a producer of green energy. And that's what makes this opportunity phenomenal for you, because you've moved yourself now from being a consumer to now that elite group of people who can call themselves producers. Now you're in a position to really grow financially. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Makes sense. Okay.
Awesome.
Let me talk a little bit about our products, because we are an energy company, so you naturally would think that one of our products is going to be what?
Electricity.
Electricity. Another one is gas. But this one right, is this a wall? Yes. This one right here, renewable energy certificates, known as RECs, R-E-C'(S), changes the whole ball game for us. this is what allows us to help produce green energy. Because what a REC is simply renewable energy certificate. And what it does, and this is something that it took me a little while to get this and to understand it, and it was the hurdle that I had to get over, but fortunately for me in high school, I learned how to run over hurdles.
All right.
And it's just a matter of jumping over them. Let me show you what I figured out about a REC. Number one, a REC is simply a measure. It's a measure. It's a measurement of the amount of green energy that is produced and placed on the electric grid. That's all it is. Simple as that. It's the way of measuring how much green energy has been produced by who?
Me.
Me. And then placed on the electric grid by the company that I'm associated with. Most companies that allow people to participate in this program, they do it on a donation basis. You can donate and go green and give your money to them, and they say thank you, and they use the windmills, and they make the solar farms, and they develop all this clean green energy, and you're just supporting it. And that's a wonderful thing to do because it is tax deductible for you. However, isn't it better if you could get paid when you give someone that money? Yes. I mean, I thought it was a no-brainer. But when you do it, it's like taking 2 cars off the road. It's like planting 1,920 new trees. Very important because we need trees for oxygen. We don't even think about this. But when you buy one REC, this is what it's like doing. You know what? I hate to talk about gasoline because I was so upset today. I had to run and go fill my gas tank up because gas was at $3.26 this morning. By noon, it was $3.45.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm watching a stock market or something, you know, up, down, you know. But back to what we're talking about here. It's like using gasoline and having 950 gallons unburned. This is the real catcher right here. 9,720 tons of coal unburned when you get one REC, okay? Now, how much energy is produced when you do this? This is what we've been living in for years. This is how they did it for years. Burning stuff, polluting the atmosphere. That's why it's important for us to migrate into this. It's important. But when you're a producer of green energy, you get to claim the attributes of green energy. You reduce the need for fossil fuel-based energy. When you participate as a producer of green energy, you're basically helping the country become energy independent. You're producing more jobs because it does take people to man these things and to maintain them. But best of all, you're building a clean environment. I keep waiting for somebody to click these things. I guess I got it. Anyway, who's buying RECs? Well, make this go quick because I don't want to take up too much time. You got to see the numbers, right? That's what you came for. Because if you're worried about how much it costs, and now I've already taken care of that for you, the next question is, how much can I make? So hurry up, Orion. That's what we want to see. We're waiting for Dr.